What's going on, everybody? My name is Mike Sato. I am from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and this is my vulnerable slash embarrassing funny moment. And this one's pretty tough. This one's actually pretty tough. For the bulk of my life, up until actually recently, my whole family struggled with alcoholism. It was always a custom. I always saw my family drinking beer in their leisure time. Some of them get sloppy drunk and they lose control. They lose control and they do stuff that they regret later. And alcoholism has always been something that I didn't think was a big deal. Seriously, I didn't think it was such a big deal. Honestly, because I thought I had a lot of control over it at the time. But there was a time where I was in college, and if you guys know about college, you know that I was partying, I was doing a lot of drinking, I was doing a lot of partying, everything like that. And I never really got into trouble then with it. I was very responsible, very social with it. And it took me to come back to my mother's house for a little bit, and she was drinking as well during this time. And she kind of looked at me and she said, "You know what? Alcohol has been a problem in the family for as long as I can remember." And she looked at me and she was like, "My hope is that you're the one to beat it. That you're the one to actually beat it." And at the time I was like, "Yeah, yeah, no problem, no problem. Yeah, I got you." But on the trip back to where I was going to college at, I really resonated that. And I realized that it was a lot of pressure, especially coming from people who were drinking as well. It's like, this is my family, these are my loved ones, and these are the people who are drinking telling me not to drink. It was kind of it was tough. It was tough to deal with. So a couple months after that, I got in a situation where I almost got arrested 3 times in a month. I know, me, arrested. Two were for almost DUIs, and one was for throwing a house party and serving alcohol to minors that I didn't know they were minors at the time. But the DUIs were, an instance where it was my friend's going away party. He got sloppy drunk. Out of my 3 friends, I was the least drunk, and I made the choice to do something, and I thought I had it. And thank God that I was lucky and I escaped that twice. Actually, I didn't learn the first time for whatever reason, but that was tough. And I actually had nightmares about that for a while. Like, what would change in my life if I got DUIs? And yeah, that really hurt. And I realized that I was chancing life. And I was throwing away opportunities where people believed in me. So this last year, my New Year's resolution for 2018 was to cease drinking altogether. Not for the sake of those DUIs, not for the sake of my family, but for the sake of, I am never going to lose control in a situation. Even if it's just one drink, I am never going to lose control. If a friend needs a ride, I can go get him. If someone has to drive, I can drive. If I need to make a transaction or talk business, damn it, I can talk business. And one thing that really, really, really hit me really close to home was the last weekend in February 2018. I went to Los Angeles for an event, and I met some fantastic people there. And someone stood up and became vulnerable, and she was talking about how, whew, hold on. She was talking about how her son and her sister got hit by a drunk driver. Her son was 15 months old. And seeing the pain, and her son passed, and seeing the pain that brought her really reflected that for me. Seriously, it really reflected that. It really reflected that in the sense that I could have caused pain to somebody on that degree. And that hurt. I felt sick to my stomach. I didn't hurt anybody, thank God, but knowing that I had an opportunity to hurt somebody on that level, whew, God. So I can't. I'm not drinking anymore. I don't want to drink anymore for the rest of my life. Even my friends who encourage me, it's your birthday. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not gonna drink. But yeah, so I decided not to drink because alcoholism has run my family, and I see the pain that it can create, not just to the people who drink it, but also to the people who aren't drinking it. Whew. All right, so let's change the script, huh? Cool, embarrassing and funny. You guys are gonna think this one's good. So, in elementary school in second grade, I had to use the bathroom really bad. I had to poop so bad. You guys already know where the story's going. And I raised my hand, like, teacher, can I go to the bathroom? And she finally sent me to the bathroom, and it was like a photo finish to the bathroom stall, but I lost. I definitely just shit myself. And it wasn't even like a little, it was like all the way across the board. I shit you not, no pun intended. And what ended up happening is I was like, I got to clean this up. I'm in the stall, and I realized that there is no toilet paper in the stall. And I'm like, oh, no. So I go to the only other available stall, and there's no toilet paper in that one. Yeah, shitty school system, right? No pun intended. So I'm in second grade, and I have no idea what to do at this point. I got underwear full of shit and nothing to clean it up with. So I did the only thing a second grader would do in that situation. Help! Help! Someone finally heeded my call, and they said, what's wrong? And I had to come clean. I said, I pooped myself and can't clean it up. And the lady, God forbid, or not God forbid, but thank God, she brought in paper towels, and I cleaned it up for the most part, but I was still running around the rest of the day with like that little layer of uncleaned or uncleanable shit on my drawers. And yeah, it was just something I laugh at now. Like, I can actually say I shit myself. Not in diapers either, like actual, pants and everything like that. Granted, I wasn't grown, I was in second grade, but nonetheless, it was still funny as hell. So, definitely, it feels good to share that with you guys. I know that you will accept that, no doubt in my mind. This is a chance for me to really express that pain and then go forward from here. So, let's do it. Ready to rock and roll.